Scott Bogey here with Maurice Abévi ahead of his 168 fight against Samat Mamedov. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. Thank you.
And how has the training camp been for this fight?
Training camp's going good. Um, I didn't have no injuries. Was had a lot of time since I came from the Zhangli Peng from my last fight. I
Yeah.
got the call right away to for the next fight, and then I went kind of back into camp, but went slowly and just kind of maintained my form and just didn't push too hard, so I didn't get no injuries and then accelerated in the end and. I think it went very, very well.
And in your last fight that was just in May of this year, how did you feel like that fight went? It was a decision victory for you, but how did you feel it went overall?
Well, I think the most important thing is I won. That's good, But I think it could have been much better, and it could have been more dominant and less dangerous. And but I think it's that's part of it, and that's like the the experience you get. That comes with experience.
Yeah.
How you gonna react to different fights and how you want to act in there. And I think it was a really good experience for me, and I grew from it, and now I'm ready for the next one.
And obviously, in a one championship, there is a different rule set from the other organizations where you are able to do knees to grounded opponents. Do you feel like was that one of the things that did bring you into one?
Well, not really. One was just the best offer. One just had the best offer for me to get them. But I think the knees to the ground, I like them because it's like more realistic, more realistic, like a
Yeah.
more like a real fight, and that's what I like about it. And I think I adapted my style really well to the rule set, and I can't wait to knee somebody in the head.
And what have you improved on the most since that last fight to this fight?
So I would say um, I've been working more on my basics, working more to get to not make mistakes,
Yeah.
to to stay tight and stay ready at all times, and not to like explode too much or do too crazy stuff. I still do a lot of crazy stuff, but it's like for me, it's not like I need to bring myself to do it. I need to tone myself down so I don't do too much. So yeah, just been adding to the game, and I think in the grappling and in the striking I got better. But I think my striking I can really show this time. Since last time I showed a lot of my grappling, this time I want to show a little bit more of my striking. Knock him out.
Well, that sounds great. And normally you are at Tiger Muay Thai, training with them. However, it does sound like you have moved over to Colorado just now. Is that just for preparation for this fight?
Yeah, so I came to Colorado 1 week ago, just to acclimatize to the altitude and to the jet lag and everything, get
Yeah.
used to the rhythm here. And I think it helped me a lot. I think that's one of the things that gonna help me in this fight, and that's yeah part of why I'm gonna win on Friday night.
And do you feel like it has been that adjustment period? Like you have needed that amount of time to get acclimatized to this different altitude?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I think I still could have won if I didn't, obviously, but I think you should always find the easiest solution for the problem,
Yeah.
and it doesn't make sense to make it harder on myself.
And obviously, with your first fight, in one, it was a decision defeat to Halil Amir. Was there
Mm.
anything coming into that fight that caused you any problems, or anything that he did in the fight that surprised you?
Well, I knew he was a good striker, and I knew he was strong, my best opponent yet to that point. But I think it was all my fault. I think I was just too much in my head, and I was too angry. I wanted to kill him with every shot, and I was too excited. And you saw that in the fight. I wanted to kill him with every shot, and then he just countered me, and yeah, he just won the fight like that. But I think if I had another chance, I think I could definitely win this fight.
Well, if you do get a victory in this fight, you would be got three victories in a row. What is next for you? Are you wanting that rematch, or do you have another name in mind?
Well, now what's next for me is more training, getting better. But in terms of opponents, I think I want yeah, I would like to have the rematch back, the rematch with Halil Amir or the title fight, obviously. But we'll see what happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's it.
and obviously, how is your contract situation with one? Or had you got many fights left, or how is it?
Um, I can't be too exact about that
Yeah,
since it's in my contract, but I have still some fights in my contract.
that is completely fine. I understand. And how did you get into the sport? Like, what inspired you?
So I always loved sports. I always like to move my body. And I have a
Yeah,
twin brother, and I would always fight with him. So that was a big part of my kind of base, so to say. But we just got into it more and more, and then we start playing MMA games and stuff, this and that, and we start like sparring at home and stuff just for fun, and then we would like we would one day we just got jumped on the street, and we got fucked up, and then the next week we just were like, man, we need to be able to defend ourselves, and then yeah, we just went to the next best gym, and then just got falling in love with it. And then ever since, just been training and training, and now I'm here. Yeah,
exactly.
just
I'm
train.
so, I'm sorry to hear that you did get jumped. And
Don't worry.
obviously, like you're saying, your brother is with you. He is training. He is fighting. Do you feel like having that family connection just motivates you just a little bit more?
100%, 100%. I think we were really look, or we are still like really competitive with each other. When we roll, when we train with each other, and that was a big motivation for me to push harder and to give it all I have, because my brother is super talented. Like obviously I'm super talented as well, but
Yeah.
I think yeah, that clash always was like that was a big part of my competitive development.
And obviously, one is that massive platform. It's one of the biggest organizations in the world besides the UFC. Do you feel like after one, the UFC is the goal?
So I'm pretty happy with where I am right now with one, and I think it's a good organization, and they treat me well. They give me fights, they promote and stuff, and I still have ongoing contract with them. So I just wanna I just wanna do my fights, do my thing and there, and then see what happens. I'm open to keep working with them and become a ONE FC champion. I think that's on my bucket list to become a ONE FC champion.
Yeah, exactly. And how do you feel like one just helps the MMA game? Obviously, you have the pay-per-views which you're on, but also they have their weekly shows which does showcase their talent with the one Friday fights. Do you feel like that has helped
Mm.
a lot of people get
Yeah,
into different aspects of the sport?
yeah, 100%. I think they are really doing their job in supporting fighters, giving fighters fights, and giving them a platform, and also I think promoting the sport of Muay Thai a lot, because
Yeah.
Muay Thai is like it's such a niche sport. Not like there's not too many Muay Thai stars out there, and what one does is like they really elevate the sport, and they make it exciting, and that's what the sport needs, because Muay Thai is so exciting, and it's so such a crazy sport that and I think it's not getting enough acceptance, or it's not getting enough eyes on it, so that's what I think. That's where one comes in, and I think they're doing a good job.
And are you just strictly on the MMA, or could we see maybe in the future you expanding into kickboxing, Muay Thai, or even grappling?
Well, right now I'm in MMA, but we never know what the future brings, I focus right now on MMA, but yeah, I think I'm a martial artist, and I'm always open to a challenge. So we'll see what happens.
And how does it feel being on this card in particular? It is a massive card. You have got Superlek versus Haggerty. You have Adrian Lee on the card. There are lots of big names on the card. How does it feel to be part of that?
Man, it's really cool, man. I think I feel honored to be on this card because yeah, it's super big, and they have so much talent, and that I'm one of them is like it's just cool, man. I'm thankful for it, and I want to honor it by bringing the best performance and bringing the best finish I can, and giving all I have into it, and that's what you're gonna see on September 6th.
Exactly. And I know you're going to get that highlight reel finish and be able to expand your career even further. I'll give you the final word. Is there anything you're wanting to say? Anyone you're wanting to shout out?
Yeah, man. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching. Thank you to my people. You guys know who you are. Thank you to Phuket Grappling Academy. Thank you, Ben Royal. Thank you, Benoit Zede. Thank you, Tiger Muay Thai. Thank you, 360 Martial Arts. Um, yeah, man. I'm just super excited for this fight next week, and see you soon.